Okay. Hello, everybody. Today we are doing our very first live streaming here, and let's just check and make sure this is all good. Let's make sure we're working real quick. Make sure we're live. Okay, looks like we are live. I'm going to assume it's working. See if I can copy and paste this, make sure the stream is live. Okay. Hey, fair enough. Let's see here. So we're going to assume we're live, okay? This is my very first live stream, first time doing it. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and I assume most of you are going to be joining me after this stream is done. That is fine. That's no big deal, folks. Today, we're going to do a live reaction to an interesting character, that vegan teacher. And I saw a reaction video by Godus, otherwise known as Spherage, who he does a lot of ex-vegan videos, pretty smart guy. He did a reaction video to this video by the vegan teacher, who is some old lady, crazy old lady, and crazy even to other vegans, honestly, which is saying something, right? She made some video um, debunking the carnists and responding to all the fakers that are dogpiling on her. Ooh, those mean people. And I saw the reaction video that Godus had, and I thought it was good, but I thought I could add to it. So we're going to do that today. We're going to add a little bit to this, and let's just go ahead and hop in, folks. All right?
Drink soy milk, oat milk, rice milk, almond milk. Don't steal milk from a cow.
I already hate it.
Be vegan, start right now. Follow that vegan teacher, she will show you how.
So right off the bat, um, it's very much a schooly type of thing. You can kind of tell just from looking at its targeted towards kids, which is unfortunate because the last people that should be trying a vegan diet are children. But nonetheless, we have someone who says they're a teacher, making folksy little songs saying they're going to teach you about veganism, and this is definitely This is on TikTok, by the way. So TikTok. Who uses TikTok? Kids. So that should tell you everything you need to know about who this teacher's trying to targeting. It's your children. Anyways, let's get on to this.
Oh, hello, vegan.
Wait, let me go ahead and read this. It says, with all due respect, and I mean that, your tactics leave a bit to be desired. I am vegan, but feel your approach could be better. Alright, what you have to say?
So apparently you think that my methods leave something to be desired, and you would prefer that I do my activism in a different way.
Yeah,
right?
That's what he's saying.
So let me ask you this. Who the fuck are you? What do you look like? What exactly do you stand for?
Who the fuck are you? How you dare you criticize me? Who the fuck are you, bro? Oh my goodness, I try to keep this family friendly, but right off the bat, she's pissed, which is funny. I mean, you notice with people that do this vegan diet long term, they're not mentally right, and this lady definitely isn't. Quick to anger, very quick to anger. This one.
Why do I not know your face and who you are? You know what?
His face is right there. I mean, I assume that's his profile photo. You could just zoom in on the face. But whatever.
Because your methods leave something to be desired. You're not out there enough. You're not bold enough. You're not unique enough. You're not different enough. Nobody gives a fuck about what you're doing. So get out there and be more vigilant for the animals.
So what she's saying is, you're not as bold and unique and vigilant as I am. Therefore, nobody knows about you. Therefore, shut up. I mean, there's no self-reflection here at all. Um, Again, how can you expect that from a lady like this? That's an amazing sight to see. It's very much, you can tell she has a lot of attitude. She's really self-centered and very, very, very egotistical. Like, she probably thinks she, farts rainbows and stuff like this. My goodness.
Make sure that I know who you are, I know what your face looks like, and I know what you stand for. That's your homework.
She threw it back on him. She was like, "Oh, yeah, you wanna diss on me? Well, why don't you do something about it?" Not everyone has to do something about it. Not everyone's a content creator. Okay, get off his case, lady.
Veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds, put in your shopping cart.
See what I mean here? Look at this. Rainbows, little kids dancing, happy fruits with smiley faces on it. This is all directed towards children. This is evil stuff, dude. I mean, imagine your kids are on TikTok or on YouTube or whatever, and they run into this lady and they think they see all this kid stuff. They're like, "Oh, this is interesting. I kind of like this lady. It's family friendly, blah blah blah." And meanwhile, she's promoting garbage advice that's going to kill your kids. Not kill them, but severely emaciate them and leave them malnourished and very unhealthy. Keep your kids off this stuff, dude. These people are nuts.
Peace begins on your plate, so be vegan and open up your heart.
Yeah, no thank you. I don't want to get heart disease, actually. I don't want to be vegan.
Okay, so supposedly this guy's a chef. Let's see what he's cooking. Flesh in a pan?
Dude, that looks delicious.
No. Animals are not our slaves. We don't enslave animals. We don't.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're kind of made to be used by humans. I mean, have you read the Bible? She's probably not Christian.
Use them as objects. Real chefs cook vegetables, not sentient beings.
Well, technically, I mean, you're not using the animal alive, sentient as an object. Usually, I mean, there's this thing called animal husbandry. When the cow's alive or the chicken's alive, ideally, you have a farmer who's taking good care of them, raising them, not, abusing them or anything like this. Same way with pets. You don't abuse your pets. But what we do is we very humanely, as quickly as possible, slaughter the animal, the cow or the chicken, so its pain is very quick, the death is quick, it's over with, and then we use their corpse as an object. So to say we're using sentient life as an object is kind of a misnomer, because by the time we're using it as an object and not as a living thing, it's no longer sentient. It's dead. It's gone. It's ready for us to eat.
Every chef's responsibility is to be as vegan as possible and to start right away. Do it.
Do it!
Run!
Do it now!
Run from humans. They're trying to stab you. They're trying to murder you, to call you bacon and burn you in a frying pan.
Yeah, well, I assume that if that human has a pen and some feed, that pig's going to enjoy its time there. Even if you could tell the pig in pig words, "Hey, little piggy, that guy, Farmer Joe, who's feeding you all these oats and stuff, he's going to eat you one day." Pig's going to be like, "I don't care, dude. I'm happy. I'm fat. I'm laying in some mud. I'm eating. I don't have to worry about a thing." These people always try to give more sentience than is due to animals. Animals don't understand what's in the future, and even if they did, they probably wouldn't care, because as long as their base needs are met, they're happy, they're satisfied. They're animals. They're not, they're not free will human beings that desire freedom and prosperity and, make a name for themselves and all this crap that the vegan teacher's all about. They're pigs.
Yeah? Have you tried their cat burgers yet?
McDonald's is not that nice. I mean, I guess their burgers are okay, but they're fried all well done and they're thin as hell. Even the quarter pounders are crap, honestly. I'll only eat there if I have to, and if I do, I'll just, get off the a la carte menu or something like that. Get some beef patties. But I'm not a fan of McDonald's, honestly.
They cut off all 4 paws and put them in a bun, and there's something special about the sauce. I don't know. I'm not going to try it.
Sauce is pretty good.
But hell, you eat pig's ass, so.
Pig's ass is good. You should try it sometime. Slow cooked.
Here at the Vegan
Hog
Shack, we
heaven.
must protect all animals.
Here at the Vegan Shack, we must protect all animals. and eat tofu, like Ryan Sutherland told us to.
Tofu sucks. Why would you ever eat tofu? That stuff is gross. It's and you gotta think about, like, these vegans, they say they love the animals so much they want to stop harm and death and destruction. But where is tofu made? Does tofu just come out of tofu trees picked off by, random farmers? Tofu comes from, monoculture crops that have to be sprayed with pesticides, that have to be protected by shooting varmin and pests and rodents and bunnies and squirrels and birds and anything else that gets near the soy crops. So lots of animals die in the process of making that soy, lady. It looks gross as hell. Look at that. Vegans look at this stuff and think it tastes good. Vegan lasagna, because, you can't be satisfied with just eating whole foods when you're vegan, right? You have to have the fake meats. You have to have the fake cheeses. You can't just be satisfied with plants because your body craves animals. Your body craves meat. Your body craves cheese. Why does it crave this stuff? Does it because it tastes good? Well, to the vegan, yeah, because they don't know anything. They're very surface level thinkers, kind of retarded from their diet. But the truth is, we crave cheese and meat and all this stuff because our bodies need it. There's a lot of nutrients in this stuff that our bodies need, and so we crave what we need. Now, of course, craves can be abused. The food system has abused cravings to an extent, but at its root, we crave meat for a very good reason. It's not just because it tastes good. But yeah, these vegans, they'll eat all this fake food, these fake meats, these fake cheeses, fake vegan lasagna, and not think a second about it. Not think about a second about why they're still craving all these foods, even though they're supposed to be happy, healthy vegan. It's a joke.
La la, oh my god, it's vegan lasagna.
Gross.
Okay, so let me get this straight.
Is it okay if I'm almost vegan? I eat turkey on Thanksgiving only.
You're
Before she says anything, let me say, I've talked about eating low carb for Thanksgiving and all that stuff, and I think you should, if you're going to be a low carb diabetic, you should do it all the time, even on Thanksgiving, especially on Thanksgiving, because if you can manage to stay low carb even on Thanksgiving, you can do it anywhere. But if you decide to do it, I'm not going to, diss you or anything. I'm not going to judge you for it. Just get back on it the next day, dude. No big deal. Anyways,
Your
let's
comment
compare.
says, not that you ate a turkey this past Thanksgiving, but that you eat turkey. This implies that the following Thanksgiving, whenever that is going to be a time where you are going to pay money to somebody to slit the throat of an animal who
Damn
didn't
right.
want to die.
How do you know
By
that?
the way, do you know what they do to turkeys? Turkeys
I know what I
are
do to them.
bred
I eat them.
so big that they can't even have sex normally.
Wait, why are you worried about turkey sex? Hold on. Does... Okay, they can't have sex? Okay, I could imagine you could make the case that if they can't walk or something, that's pretty bad, but you're worried about turkeys having sex with each other? Okay.
They need the males to be masturbated and that sperm inserted into
No,
a
they
female who's
don't.
pinned down.
Oh,
and
well, maybe if they're
waving
breeding,
and
yeah.
giving every single sign that she doesn't want to be touched.
They're not like just masturbating every
It is.
turkey, though.
Horrific. What we do.
Good
to
Jesus
animals.
Christ. Jeez.
Now, how would you feel if somebody told you that they were not racist except for one day of the year?
What does racist have to do with it? Okay, I can already tell what she's going to do here. She's going to compare this to human interactions. Turkeys aren't people. People aren't like animals. We are not on the same level of existence. We are not the same sentience, and we shouldn't be comparing human-to-human interaction to human-to-animal interaction. It's totally different. Of course, you know that. You know that. She doesn't know that because she's immoral and insane and legitimately thinks that animals and humans are exactly the same. We're no better. We have no right to anything more than the animals do. We're not at any way a higher being than animals. That's what she really believes. The truth is, we're made in the image of God. Other animals aren't. But I doubt this lady's a Christian, so, you know.
Would you be like, that's fine, as long as most of the time you're not racist?
As long as,
Or would you say,
well, let's go back on this.
as long as most year?
I'm talking too much.
Would you, if somebody told you that they were not racist except for one day of the year, would you be like, that's fine, as long as most of the time you're not racist? Or would you say, fuck that, you're either racist or you're not?
I mean, well, what if you're racist the entire year? Then what? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I mean, racism is just one of those words that really doesn't mean anything anymore. And I'm not going to get into all of that, but you know, it's just such a dumb comparison, dude.
And if you decide you're not racist, then you're not going to take a day off from your anti-racism stance and decide to be racist just because it is what?
I wonder if this lady was in the
Thanksgiving?
BLM protests. Good Lord, I can't
It
imagine.
makes no logical sense what you're saying.
She probably
If you know
ran and
that
hid
hurting
in a
animals
corner.
is wrong, then you stop hurting animals. Not on Meatless Monday, not on whatever other excuse day.
You hear they're trying to do Meatless Monday in schools now? This lady would probably be like on that. Because, again, she's targeting your kids. Messed up stuff, man.
There is. Not on Christmas, not on Easter, not on Valentine's Day, not on Thanksgiving Day. You never eat the victims. You never pay people to hurt them. If you can't understand it, just try to put yourself in their position. How would you
I can't. I don't know how animals think because they don't think the same way as humans do. Turkeys have very tiny brains. They do not perceive life or think in the same way as people do. This lady like legit believes that turkeys are like those talking birds in Disney movies, and they think and act and have emotions just like humans, except they're bird shaped. You know, like this lady is living in a cartoon world where everything's anthropomorphized, and you know, deer, there's Bambi and there's Pumbaa and all this stuff. She's totally not living in the real world. The real world is turkeys don't give a flying fuck as long as they're full, as long as they're protected. That's what they care about. They care about survival. They don't care about any of this crap that she's talking about. They don't think like us. We cannot put ourselves in the shoes of an animal. And also, turkeys don't wear shoes, by the way. So, got you there.
feel if someone decided that they wanted to hurt you one day of the year, but all the rest of the time, they'll be nice to you? How
Again, not people. You can't compare it to.
fucked up is that? Would you be okay with a spouse who
Why is she
beats
always
his
wearing
wife
this scarf, by the way? Something
Only-
wrong with her neck? don't
one
know.
day of the year, though? But hey, you know, it's tradition to do it every Thanksgiving or whatever the heck it is. Insanity. Why are you even asking me that question? You know the answer.
Man, she's so
you
mad.
know it intellectually.
Why are you even
You
asking me
also
this
know it
question?
in your heart.
She's seething.
Stop hurting
Seething.
animals. Become vegan right now.
That has a creepy smile, dude. Like, imagine this was your teacher or something. You had to deal with this lady every day. And, like, she looks like a ghoul. She looks like she's 80 years old or something. Let me just pause this to check in to see if anyone's chatting up. See if anyone's here. No, we don't got anyone coming in. That's all good. We're going to keep going then. But, dude, this lady is just old as a bag. I mean, I'm going to look this up in a little bit and see how old she actually is. Y'all leave your guesses in the chat, but she does not look good at all, dude. And she looks like a creep.
Check the label, check the label, check the label.
Yeah, you should check the label.
Vegan, it's okay.
Okay, check the label.
Check the label. If it's vegan, the animals
That's not the label. That's just a bunch of symbols. Wait a minute. She didn't check the label. Do you see what she just did? She checked to see if some symbol was on there to see if it's vegan certified, but she didn't check the label. She didn't check the nutritional label, the nutrition facts. I wonder why. Probably because if she did, she knows that it's junk food. There's all sorts of weird ingredients in it that aren't good for you at all and aren't natural, and no human should really be, eating. It's so much denial, dude. Yeah, as long as the symbol says it's okay, that means it's healthy. But don't actually check the nutrition facts. No, here we tell you, hey, look at nutrition facts. Look at the actual ingredients. Look at the carbs. None of that here. It's amazing. Healthy though, right? Totally ignorant on what's in the food, but totally healthy.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You decided to lie to your 6-year-old.
My sister, who is 6, cried for hours because she thought she wouldn't get to heaven because she's not vegan. That's so messed up. I mean, whose fault is that? Is a sister watching this lady, or is she watching this lady and show it to her sister? Either way, that sister needs to get off of every little piece of technology, phone, tablet, whatever it is. Take it all away and get her some meat, because clearly she's being influenced by malignant forces if she's being, made aggrieved by the fact that she's a human being who has to eat meat. That's so messed up, dude. That's sad.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You decided to lie to your 6-year-old sister and tell her that what? Heaven exists? That after she dies, she's gonna, grow some wings and fly around among the clouds?
I think it's confirmed at this point that she's not a Christian if she's saying stuff like this.
What else are you lying to her about?
Yep, not
At
a
the
Christian.
same time as you're doing all this, are you also shoving dead bodies down her throat? Putting corpses on her plate?
Yeah, I mean, unless you want the child to die or to grow up, totally emaciated and messed up and looking like Greta Thunberg, who's looked the same age since she started being a vegan, I believe. Like, she looks exactly the same, but now she's like 19 years old or something. I wonder why that is. But even if you don't feed a kid or your baby or whatever corpses, meat, you still have to feed them animal products, because what's breast milk? Breast milk is, it's not necessarily animal product because it comes from a human, right? But nonetheless, it's a product that you can't get from plants, Babies aren't vegan. Even these vegan babies aren't really vegan because they have to drink breast milk. And if they don't, they end up dying. So yeah, that's totally fine to do.
Why don't you give her a delicious peanut butter and banana sandwich?
Yeah, just give her some sugar. Just give her some junk food, sugar, processed flour, processed peanuts, and industrialized man-made fruits like bananas. Great. Let's just give her a whole bunch of sugar. That'll make her feel better. Yeah, just give her some sweets. Healthy! Healthy, right?
And go outside and play hide and seek with her. And remind her not to step on ants.
Yeah, she probably want to
or
hide away
catch
from you
butter-
if you're trying to push veganism on her. I'd hide too. You won't be able to sing me out. You're running
Lies.
away.
Remind her that speciesism is the first form of racism.
That's the cringiest thing I've heard all day. Speciesism is all these isms, dude. What is with these crazy people? I think a lot of that's due to the fact that she doesn't believe in God. I think, without belief in a higher power, you have to fall back to other things and believe in all these other isms and wrap your worldview around them. And she's wrapped her whole worldview in veganism and speciesism and racism and all this stuff. But it's all meaningless. She's just living in lies. And I mean, you can tell it's destroying her. Just look at her. She's a mess. Wonder how much makeup she has to put on just to look, not wrinkly as hell.
And just be a nice, decent big sister or big brother.
Yeah, if she was nice and decent, she would stop with this vegan crap. That's what she would do.
And go vegan. You can totally do it.
See all these animals here? You got a lamb, pig, chicken. How many of these have she actually ever seen in real life? How many of these has she ever actually taken care of? Maybe she talked to a farmer sometime. Maybe she talked to someone who actually takes care of these animals before, slinging so much mud, acting like as an authority when she has no idea what she's talking about.
Wait,
You're opening
what?
your heart, you're opening your mind, you're wonderfully on your way.
Are you talking to me?
You'll be your happy vegan
You agree with me?
Hooray!
Yeah, it's pretty rare for anyone to agree with vegans because vegans are insufferable and nobody likes them and their food sucks and they're wrong on everything. And so someone, oh my gosh, it's a terrible place to live.
That's amazing.
Okay, that's a little bit better. No, I can't help but, I pause this and every face is just scary. It's like watching a horror movie. It's like watching a jump scare, but the face is always there. It's never hiding away. It's almost worse than a jump scare. But yeah, of course, you're going to love it when someone agrees with you because finally, some other crazy person out there find me and thinks I'm not crazy. Wow, good for you, lady. I mean, and you can tell how desperate she is for validation. That's probably why she made this TikTok. She's bored and lonely, and probably has no kids. The cats don't tell her that they love the vegan diet because they're cats and they want to eat meat. And so when someone finally comes along and says, "Hey, I agree with you," she freaks out. It's crazy. It's a lot of ego. It's a lot of ego, dude. A lot of ego. Oh my god.
And speciesism. And speciesism.
Vegan phobia? I won't really say I'm vegan phobic. I'm not scared of vegans. I mean, the idea of this lady busting through my door and coming to beat me up with her frail, bone skin arms does freak me out in some ways. But I'm not actually scared of vegans. I'm not scared that some vegan is like an army of vegan zombies is going to come over and lightly try to punch me on the chest with their disabled, disfigured arms with the muscles all gone, muscles totally dissipated. Yeah, I'm not so scared of vegans. What I am worried about is the people in power who this lady is doing work they're bidding for, probably unknowingly, who are trying to push veganism on everyone with money and with media and with everything else. Those people are kind of scary because they are actually powerful, unlike this lady. Thank God. Thank God she's not powerful. Imagine if she was. Oof.
Be kind to the animals. And
I'm not going to dance either.
And vegan phobia. And
no one wants to dance for
phobia.
vegans. No one cares.
Dance if you're vegan. Hands up if you're vegan. Think you can't do it?
Did she make all these
Try it
songs
and you
herself?
can. Yeah.
So you think that if you have
Not you acting like nobody has diabetes or cancer or other medical conditions. Okay.
cancer,
Oh, great. Well, this is
you
relevant
should
to us
keep
now. Hey.
eating the dead animals that caused that cancer to begin with.
No, wrong. Hold on. No strong study ever has shown any link between meat and cancer. In fact, there are studies that have shown the opposite. The only thing you have to say, oh, meat is linked to cancer, are these observational food survey studies, which are totally bogus, totally junk. You can't rely on the data because people don't know what they eat in a day. They don't even think about it. And even those studies will find maybe like a 10% relative risk increase from a food survey. So it's totally bug stuff, dude. Nothing about meat causes cancer or diabetes or anything else. This is the food we've always eaten since the dawn of man. It's never been unhealthy for us. It's always been critical to our health, though. Anyway.
Are you aware that processed meat is considered a class 1 carcinogen?
And of course, you have to compare actual meat to processed meat, which is different. Processed meat has a lot of other stuff in it, typically. Hot dogs, everything else. They aren't just meat. You can't really compare the two. But they have to because they can only find even barely any links through processed meat, and so they have to conflate the two. Otherwise, they have nothing.
Yeah. Why would you want to put dead bodies into you in order to get healthy?
Because it's full of nutrition and it's full of energy and healthy fats and protein, and you need all that to grow and be strong and be nourished. And without that food, you're going to be nutrient deficient. And like you are, lady. That's no good. We can't have that.
And diabetes? What you're saying doesn't make any sense. People with diabetes actually get better if they go on a plant-based diet.
No, they don't. Well, technically they can. And I've seen many cases where a vegan or plant-based person will get better in the very short term. Like the first couple minutes at most, they'll be like, wow, I feel better than I did before. Wow, my diabetes has improved. My blood sugars have improved. But this is a mirage. This is not because you cut out meat, it's because you cut out all the junk food that you're eating beforehand. You're going from a diet of fried chicken and hamburgers on buns and, all sorts of other junk food, chips and all this, all the rest, and going to a plant-based whole foods diet. Of course, it's going to be better for you because you're cutting out all the soybean oil and everything else. But, big but, that good feeling is not going to last because you're still depriving yourself of necessary nutrients that you can only get from animal products. And so eventually, within a few months or within a few years, you're going to suffer major consequences from that. And everyone does. And she does too. I almost guarantee it, but she's just not talking about it. You can tell just from all the makeup she's caked on, just from how old she looks, that she's suffering some sort of consequences from this vegan diet, but she's never going to admit it because she's ideologically driven to it. You can't trust these people, dude. You know what? If you want to cure diabetes, you know what you do? You eat a meat-based diet. You eat carnivore, or at least mostly carnivore. Eat mostly meat, eat some low-carb vegetables and all this stuff, and you'll do great. You can even eat a lot of low-carb vegetables as long as you're eating some meat and cheese and all this stuff. You'll do just fine. If you're type 2, you can reverse that. Type 1, probably not. But at least you can manage it really well. That's what I do. And my A1C is in the 5s. Low 5s. Might be 5.1, 5.2. I can't remember what it is right now. But you can't get A1Cs like that on a vegan diet. That's why they never show their number. That's why low carbers do, but vegans don't. So the results speak for themselves.
Yeah. Go and educate yourself a
Also,
little bit.
don't watch What the Health. Do
You'll
not
find out
watch
the
that.
truth.
Disavow.
That you can be vegan. It is best for the animals. We all know that.
No, it's not.
And it's also pretty good for you.
No, it's not.
In the grocery store, you can decide not to buy.
Imagine this lady's head just like salivating over this piece of meat. Like, gosh, I'm gonna take a picture of this. I wish I could eat it, but I'm just gonna take a picture.
Murder anymore. In the grocery store, you can sing the song, and you can decide to be vegan
$20 a kilogram. That's way too expensive.
from now on.
Okay. Who do I look like?
Lions can't be vegan, but you can. So stop paying people to imprison, enslave, and murder animals. Imprison, enslave, and murder. First, let's talk about this. These are words you give to people who are imprisoned, enslaved, and murdered. You can murder people, but you cannot necessarily murder animals. You can't necessarily enslave animals. It's not the same thing because humans are not animals. Simple as that. That's why in the commandments it says thou shalt not murder. It doesn't say thou shalt not kill, because we must kill animals, and sometimes we must defend ourselves and kill other people to live. And it's not a sin to do that, But anyways.
A big cat. Okay.
Yeah.
If you say so.
I wonder if she knows any vegan lions out there. I wonder how they're doing. Didn't Family Guy make a cartoon about that?
Okay.
No one can be vegan due to medical conditions. Don't you know that since you were a nurse back then? Yeah, she's right. But, I mean, not being so eloquent with it, really, it's not that you can't be vegan due to medical conditions, is that if you try to be vegan, you'll develop medical conditions that will make you so desperate to leave the vegan cause that you have to eat meat again. Medical conditions like rashes and fatigue and gut bloating and constipation, and your hair falls out, and your teeth rot, and your bones break, and osteoporosis, and all sorts of stuff. Medical conditions that are going to cause you to go back to your normal way of eating, which is meat.
So you think that nobody can become vegan
Right.
because of
Well, they can, but
medical
not for long.
conditions.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yep. That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
I really don't understand your point.
Yeah,
Are you
I'm
saying
sure you don't. I'm sure you don't.
that I'm a miracle?
Lady, you're definitely not a miracle. You're a ghoul. You're a curse. You're a curse upon this land is what you are.
I've been vegan since June 27th, 2016. Are you saying that God,
And look at you now. And look at you now.
Jesus, the universe made me a special
Why does she keep saying God and Jesus when she doesn't even believe in them?
miracle? Me and the millions of other vegans out there? Everyone was born vegan, including you. How do you
Yeah, everyone was born sucking on their mother's teat for their first nutrition, which is not vegan, which is not plant-based, which comes from technically an animal product. So no. In fact, nobody's born vegan. Everyone's born drinking milk, usually, or drinking some, hopefully not drinking formula. If you give your babies formula, stop. Don't do it. It's full of soy, terrible stuff. Don't give your kids soy. Um, but no, there is no such thing as a vegan baby. No one's born that way.
think you survived when you were first born? Your mother's
And if your mother was vegan and she's pregnant and you have to deal with that as a little fetus, getting nutrients from a vegan diet, you're going to suffer from that. Vegan pregnant mothers are not getting the nutrition they need. They need meat. They need organ meats. They need lots of stuff. People have known this since time immemorial, but due to the crazy experts out there and crazy, ridiculous ladies like this, we've lost our way.
milk was meant for you. It was vegan. Cow's milk never was. Go vegan. Stop making excuses. It is so easy. And for help, just go to howdoigovegan.com.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go, how do I go vegan.com, stop eating meat? I mean, that should be obvious. But, of course, it's more complicated than that, right? Because you need supplements. You need strict regimens. You can't just do it. You can't just do it unthinkingly. You know why? Because it can't be done. Because you have to try super hard to even manage a vegan diet for a small period of time. Because you're not getting the nutrition you need.
Go to howdoigovegan.com.
Kermit the Frog, again. She's trying to educate your kids. Get your kids off TikTok. Get your kids off YouTube. Get your kids off all this stuff because this stuff is allowed and your kid might run into it one day and come out vegan. What are you going to do then? What are you going to do if you are lazy and you let your kids on the internet, on TikTok and on YouTube and whatever else, and one day you're not paying attention to what they're looking at, and suddenly they're like, Mom, why are we eating animals when they're sentient and they have feelings and all this stuff? Don't expose your kids to this kind of stuff. They're trying to take our children. Do not let them do it. My goodness.
Sing it with me. Howdoigovegan.com. Sing it again. How do I go vegan?
Also, you notice all the times she has rice milk, oat milk, all that. Why do they crave oat milk and rice milk and soy milk? Is there something they are missing that they're craving for? I wonder.
Sing it with me. Howdoigovegan.com.
Tennessee Kermit is kind of cool though, honestly.
Okay, so it upsets you that I
Seriously, who do you think you are to tell us we have to go vegan like it's not your choice, it's ours? Respectfully leave the internet, please. Good point. Good point, Talia Mary 3.
tell you that you should stop hurting animals, right? Why would that upset you? If you saw somebody kicking a
I mean, your
cat
face
or a
upsets me,
dog,
honestly.
wouldn't
It's
you
just
tell them
very
to
offensive.
stop hurting those animals? All I
They're not alive when you kill them. You kill them and then they're dead. No one's beating cows up and abusing them and all this stuff on the farm. You know, that can happen in factory farms for sure, but that's a whole different argument. You could easily avoid factory farms if you want to. You don't have to go vegan to do that. You know, I get my chickens and my milk from local farmers. My beef, not so, but I'm working on that. But, you know, there's such a thing as animal husbandry. It's not like all these farmers are just abusing the crap out of the animals. You can't do that. Not only is it not good economically, but it's also not good morally. And most of these farmers are actually good, moral people who care about their flock.
I'm asking you to do is stop hurting all animals. Cats, chickens, dogs, pigs.
How about rodents, squirrels, rabbits, birds, foxes? All of the stuff that has to be shot and killed to protect the crops that you eat. How about them, huh? You're not so worried about them.
Lambs, cows, you know?
As long as they look cute, then the vegan wants to protect them. But the ones that don't look so cute, the ones that she doesn't really know much about, yeah, no, who cares? As long as I get my soybeans, monocultural soybeans that destroy the soil and destroy the environment and leak pesticides into the ocean and kill all the fish and all this stuff, hey, that's fine. That's A-okay. Because it's vegan, right?
What part of that upsets you so much? Don't you think it's odd that you want to fight for your right to hurt others who are just standing there and who have done nothing wrong to you?
I mean, they don't just stand there. We breed the cows. In essence, we help to birth new life, and we feed the cows throughout their entire life, and in return, we get to eat them when they die. It's a pretty fair deal if I was a cow, honestly. If I were a cow and I didn't have a human brain, and all I cared about was eating and shitting and not being attacked by wolves, I'd be okay with that deal, honestly.
Ever? Doesn't that seem weird to you? Seems really strange to me. Just go vegan. It's so easy. The word vegan means kind to animals. So here's what you just said. Even though you're not kind to animals, you still like vegan pizza.
Dude, she's trying to be nice to you, and you're instantly being offended. Like I said earlier, this lady is just neurotic. Totally just anything that's not super positive direct her way, she's going to take as an insult, and she's going to be offended by, and she's going to, lob back at you like a grenade. It's not a good way to communicate, not a good way to receive. It's just a shame that people are like this, dude. No one can take any amount of criticism or even kindness. She was clearly trying to relate to this lady, but it's not enough for her, is it?
What?
What?
Broccoli.
Oh, yeah.
Peppers, mush.
Another fake food. Fake cheese. Why do they crave the fake cheese? The fake junk food cheese is made with industrial chemicals, God knows what. Super healthy though, right?
Tomatoes, artichokes, vegan.
And to be consistent here, I'm not a fan of the low-carb fake foods either. Honestly, they're okay, but I tend not to eat them. I believe in whole foods, so, before anyone tries to knock me on that.
Eat vegan cheese. Ta-da! It's vegan pizza.
And fake meat too. Fake meat. How do they make that? Oh, with a bunch of junk and soy and chemicals. Yeah, but who cares, right? As long as I'm not killing a cute lamb, then I can just shove my body full of junk and soy and all these terrible things and it'll be okay, right?
Cat milk is for baby cats. Dog milk is for baby dogs. Human milk is for baby humans. And cow's milk is for Gordon Ramsay. What the fuck?
What?
How old is he?
How old are you?
Even non-vegan
How old
dog
are
food
you though, really?
has vegan food
Look
in
how
it.
old you look.
Check the ingredients.
Do you have grandkids? Do you have any kids at all? Are you like 80, 90? Are you like a vampire or something and you've been around for 1,000 years tormenting souls this whole
Look at
time?
what's in the fillers. My dog Bella eats 100% vegan dog food minus the dead bodies. Seems kind of normal to me.
Yeah, not for long, man. That poor dog's gonna suffer from that.
Vegan dogs are healthy. Vegan dogs are happy. Vegan dogs can throw.
You notice how one of them is a realistic dog? Is that her dog? Is that her dog wagging his tail there? You can tell the dog's name is Snowball. Every dog look like that named Snowball.
Vegan dogs are healthy. Vegan dogs are happy.
You ever seen those videos?
All the animals alive.
Alright, I'm done with this. I'm bored of this. I think the video's finished up anyways. So, that was fun. That was interesting. Learned a lot of what not to do. Gosh, this lady is so crazy. Now, I want to do a little bit more deep dive into this person because, we have to. There's a reason a lot of people don't like her. It's not just because she's not vegan. So let's look up on Google real quick. That vegan teacher. See if we can find the Wikipedia article. Here we go. There's some interesting stuff I was reading about her earlier. We have to go over it while we're here. I mean, we can't not go over it because it's just too funny. It's too good. So, career, blah blah blah, TikTok. Yeah, she went viral. Made a YouTube video. Are you racist? Spelling out a racial slur, saying that people should ban cruelty. No, what? We'll get back to that. Rachel Crowley of let's read this part right here. Rachel Crowley of the Daily Dot has characterized some of what's her name? Katie Karen Dykmeyer. Is she like Jewish or something? Dykmeyer. Whatever. Dykmeyer's content as racist and homophobic, including repurposing the slogan of I Can't Breathe for a song about the process of killing animals, and arguing that coming out as LGBTQ+ is inherently selfish act as opposed to coming out as vegan. Well, I mean, both acts are pretty stupid if we're going to be honest. Like, why can't you just come out as human? Why can't you just be a normal person? For God's sake, why do you have to come out with these dumb identities? Hey, don't ban me, YouTube, for that, but just being real. That's kind of funny, though. So she's called racist and homophobic by her fellow vegans for, her hot takes here. And Dykmeyer has also compared the meat industry to the Holocaust. Ooh, can't do that. You cannot compare anything, no matter what it is, to the Holocaust. You're just going to have to go to the Holocaust Memorial in Austria, and beg for forgiveness, arguing that the slaughter of animals is equivalent to or worse than the Holocaust. You can't say anything's worse than the Holocaust. Oh my goodness, that's kind of funny, honestly. She also garnered controversy when she commented on an earlier 2021 TikTok video by Tommy Innit, a YouTuber known for playing Minecraft. Talking about YouTube play buttons, she used TikTok's stitch function to respond, Tommy, the nice vegan girls don't want to see your buttons, but if you want them to play with your buttons, you're going to have to show them your fruits and vegetables, while taking out a cucumber, pear, and apple. This sexual joke enraged people online, as Tommy Innit was 16 years old. So I think what she did here is she took out some vegetables, like a cucumber, phallic shape, and 2 pears, like in a dick. She's holding it up like a dick. To a 16-year-old. Good lord, this lady's insane. What an insane lady. There's more too. We gotta find some more controversy here. Let's go back. Let's see what we can find here. Ban TikTok. Sure, TikTok was banned. Thank God. Good lord. There was an article I saw earlier that I just have to show you guys. Okay, let's try looking up the name, actually. Let's try using the name, because I think that's what I used before. So we're just going to copy and paste Katie Karen Dykmeyer. And let's see if we can find some old photos for a while, because this... Oh! While I'm here, I wanted to look and see how old she was. So, how old did you think this lady was? This lady here? 70, 80, pretty old looking. Turns out she is actually born September 24th, 1964. 57 years old. This lady here, this crypt keeper, is 57 years old. Good God. Doesn't age well. I wonder how much she's aged in the last 6 years that she's been doing this diet, dude. If she is still doing it all the way, that is. A lot of them aren't. That's bad. Yikes. Cancelled. That vegan teacher is a racist piece of garbage. By Vegan News. Let's check this one out. Oh my goodness. Being gay is selfish. Okay, here we go. So, I really hope I don't get myself show it on my first live stream here, but we gotta show this one. This is just too funny. So we have here an article, and it starts with that vegan teacher, aka Katie Karen, Dickmeyer, real name, has been straight up problematic, ableist, and straight up racist in the vegan community for years. I mean, I thought she was against racism. What happened? What happened? We all avoided her and let her live her cringe existence true in her own little world, and that was fine until she ventured to TikTok, where she made the vegan animal rights community look like a joke. Yep. Well, it is a joke. It doesn't matter who's representing it. You guys are a joke. She amassed 1 million followers on TikTok's platform before being deleted for multiple community violations and thought that would be the end. I was in the midst of writing this very article. So she was already writing this article before because the TikTok got canceled. Thank God that TikTok got canceled. But anyways, today I see so many fellow vegans defending her and shopping around for a change of position to get her TikTok back. No! She does not deserve a platform. Below are a screenshot she had with me sometime last year on Facebook, which prompted me and others to cut all interactions with her vile point of view personally. Yo. Let's zoom in. Yo! Okay. I'm not going to read this word for word, but let's go ahead and read this out. The word N-word was aimed for years by despicable racists as someone for having not one single thing wrong. I would counsel every single dark-skinned person to teach their kids to stand in front of the mirror and say out loud with pride, I am proud to be a smart, can't say, beautiful, brave N-word. Oh my goodness. This is crazy, dude. She sent this to this leftist lady unironically. No, this is a comic. She posted this publicly. Hashtag proud to be a smart, beautiful. I can't. It's too much. Honestly, this is funny. This is good content. If she was saying stuff like this the entire time in that video, I would be like, you know what, lady, you're crazy, but I respect it because your content is actually hilarious. This is funny. Man, I mean, also very unhinged. You can tell this lady is so unhinged, so malnourished, just ridiculous. And apparently she was an embarrassment for the vegan community. But, you know, a good time for us, a good LOL card for us to punch at. Low-hanging fruit. Well, this is pretty fun, guys. Doesn't seem like anyone's in the chat as far as I can tell, unless OBS isn't working right. Could be working wrong. It's my first time doing this. I don't know. But, yeah. We'll end this stream here, guys. I hope you had a good time here. I was going to make a video like this anyway, so really I'm just making this live rather than recording it, putting it through the studio, editing it, cutting out the parts that I probably should cut out like that, you know. I wouldn't get banned for that part. That's funny though, man. Imagine saying that unironically and like still thinking the kind of stuff she thinks. Dude. That's next level, dude. That's next level. Anyways, I hope you guys have fun with this. Let me know if you did. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this live presentation of live reaction to the vegan teacher and this lady's nonsense. This lady's clearly insane. She's clearly devoid of God. And, oh, you know what? One more thing I wanted to look into before I forget. But let's do a little bit more sleuthing here before we come out. Wikipedia. Let's go to personal life. Was born 1964 in Montreal, Quebec, so she's Canadian. Okay. Worked as a registered nurse for 25 years and later attended Concordia University to become an ESL teacher in French Canadian schools. Worked both jobs and eventually dropped her nursing career to work full-time in the school system. This lady was in the school system, teaching kids. Let that sink in. Dickmeyer left her job at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. Can't blame her there. And began her online career. Dagmar claims that she began vegan on June 27, 2016. She also is an atheist. Married a boyfriend of 9.5 years on December. She lives together with her husband and mother-in-law who are vegan too. My goodness. Okay, I'm going to go through this one by one. So first off, worked both jobs, was a nurse for 20 years, and then became a school teacher. Where's the kids? Where's the family? It's clear to me that this lady doesn't have any. This lady has no family. This lady has no kids. This lady has a boyfriend who she married. That was her boyfriend of 9.5 years. That's the kind of life this lady's living. No kids and some guy who she's probably been living with for 8 or 9 of those 9.5 years. Totally just degenerate, immoral, empty way of living. I mean, this is the kind of thing that happens to a lot of older women who don't have kids. They go insane. And not to throw shade at the ladies here, but because I love y'all. Y'all are great. But here's the truth, ladies are designed to nurture. They're designed to care. They're designed to bring forth life and care about other people and nurture. And that's why they're a lot more empathetic. That's why they're a lot more emotional. It's a good thing. It's part of the design. But when you aren't able to fulfill that nurturing and caring role with your own children because you failed to reproduce for whatever reason, and I guess in her case it's because she's a career lady, unfortunately, then you're going to be empty. You're going to have to try to fill that void with other things, and usually what happens is you fill it up with stuff like this, and it's destructive. It's terrible. It's honestly kind of sad that she's living this way. I mean, it's easy to make fun of her because she is crazy and she's kind of hilarious. But behind the scary, weird, creepy demeanor here is just a very sad, lonely, empty lady who doesn't have God in her life. She's an atheist. And, she had to cling to a cause because otherwise she'd have nothing to live for. So here she is being the vegan teacher. Sad to see, dude. Very sad to see. This is why we need people having kids and raising families, because if not, they end up going off the wrong track. A lot of the times they end up going off the wrong track. Going on off the track and onto some terrible stuff. And she also lives with her mother-in-law. Like, she's not even living on her own. And then how old is she? Wait a minute. If she's like 57, how old's her mother-in-law? Oh. Hope she didn't. Maybe she dated a younger guy. Doesn't say here. I don't really care to find out, honestly. It's kind of creepy to even think about. But I won't be surprised given how much affection she's showing to kids. Very creepy lady. Well, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I probably won't do another one about the vegan teacher because this is just low-hanging fruit. But I want to make one because I saw another reaction video and I wanted to add to it. Want to add my own thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Keep taming that type 1, y'all. And I hope y'all have a wonderful, amazing night.